All right. Okay. So yeah, it's been a very long time since we've done this, but the Jackie Ashton train is rolling. I just really she and I were talking the other day, and we were like, there's more changes coming, and with change, sometimes people start to freak out or they overthink, or in this business, you can't help but kind of feel confused sometimes because it's new information coming at you, but really this isn't going to do that to you. It's very straightforward. Our rank titles just kind of changed. The group volumes have gotten better now. They've lessened them a little bit, which right now that's great. I'm gonna pull up my little note thing. So really what we wanted to do was rally up the troops and just remind you guys that tomorrow it's a new month. It's the start of a new comp plan, which that's like every month, but this is so different in the sense that like this is giving us a chance to share that the opportunity is truly here for everyone. They have taken what was our minimum requirement and cut that in half. And so people can onboard and, come into this business with, just needing $150 in sales. And that's huge because if you haven't done direct sales before, when you see those larger numbers, that can sometimes be intimidating, but, this is a great way to welcome people in, and you can kind of do some reverse math for them and help them understand that while helping them hit all of their other goals. Really quick too about that, with the whole new opportunity, not just for someone else in a new business, but also for us in our own businesses. Some of you guys have teams that have kind of like fizzled out a little bit, and it's because of a number of things, but being overwhelmed with tons of information, being overwhelmed with expectation, right? Even us that, lead you guys, we get overwhelmed too. And sometimes it's a lot. But there's so much opportunity here to help somebody come in that may not see that they have the potential to run with you.
You what?
To run with you because maybe they're new. This is great. These changes that are going to happen tomorrow are going to make that a lot easier for us to share. So we're coming into the new month, the new comp plan, all the things that that they've changed. It's so important that you guys hear me when I say, like, you have got to leave everything prior to this call behind. Whatever your like whatever your BQ streak was, or whatever, like the lowest parts of your business were, or whatever, leave that behind. Like after this call, don't even go back to that stuff, because starting tomorrow, it's a fresh start for all of us. And it's so important that you guys or that we remember that we're all experiencing this for the first time together. Even those of us that have been here for what feels like forever, this is new for us too. Like, who knows what we'll be like Team Bronze stylist or something, right? Because who knows, but it's so easy to get caught up in rank titles and whatever else like that. That does not dictate your business. That's just like a fun thing that they've attached to your business. There was two things too that I wanted to share really quick before I hand it over to Jackie, but there's two books that I swear by right now, and I'll put them in the chat when I stop talking. But the first one's going to be called Good to Great by Jim Collins. Super easy read, but it's like, if you are feeling stagnant in your business, if you feel complacent, if you feel like you have kind of just stalled, get that book. The other one's going to be The Power of Moments by Dan Heath. It's another great one. They're pretty easy. I think they're like $12 or $13 on Amazon, but it's just really important that you guys remember that tomorrow is like the first day of your business all over again. And it doesn't matter, if it doesn't matter where you have been in your business up until right now, because you're going to start all over tomorrow with the rest of us. The other thing too that I was going to encourage you guys, I kind of had on my notes here, like some kind of like call to action for you. And if Jackie wants to put a thread maybe in the big team page, we can do that. But I was going to encourage you guys to do, if you guys know me, you guys know that I'm like the sticky note hoarder. I love them. My whole life, it's just great because you can put down whatever it is and then you can, pull them off as you go. But I was going to encourage you guys to get 8 or 28 sticky notes. So that's one sticky note a day, and to put 28 goals on there. It can be anything. I had on here like 28 buy 3 get ones. I know that might be like, whoa, but like that's one a day. Surely, 28 people, you can have one person buy a day. You can mix that up too. Like you could do however many buy 3 get ones, or X amount of people to enroll. If you're not comfortable just jumping into enrolling, you can even spend this month, you want to invite people to the opportunity. There's someone else that's doing like an invitation type of sneak peek, and it's just inviting people to come to your sneak peek, and it's just giving them like a little blurb about what we do. So you can do that. You could even do however many people and invite them to watch the home office video that they made for us. That thing's great. Like they've done, I know like Jackie, Shannon, when we started, we had none of this. Like we were just trying to figure it out as we went. And now there's so many resources at our fingertips. So you can do that. You can even do, maybe if you're newer, you can do maybe X amount of posts for the month, right? Or going live, or booking, a beauty social or something, whatever you want that to look like. Oh, is it not out yet? Oh, never mind. I read that wrong. Whatever you want that to look like, but I encourage you guys to put up 28 sticky notes, make 28 goals. And then as you go, you guys can pull them down. This also will be fun for you guys to do this month with your social media. We used to do this back in the day. We'd have our PV written up, right guys? PV and who, whatever we needed, and then the one for us to maintain. I loved doing that. And so as you guys work through the month, you guys can share that in your stories, find a fun song, and, start pulling down your sticky notes. Even if you wanted to include in those 28 sticky notes, maybe breaking down your like your dollar increments for the beauty incentive or enhanced commission or whatever. But this is something that's going to be in front of your face every day for the month. It's going to be something that is going to excite you, because when you pull those sticky notes down, it's going to be so fun. And then maybe we could have like a thread somewhere where you guys maybe take a picture of what you've got up, and then we can do one on the 28th day, like a celebration, because that is hard work to be consistent for 28 days. But you guys owe it to yourselves with the opportunity here for, a fresh start in your business, to kick it off, like having some fun, while being intentional with how you're working your business for next month. So that's all I have for you guys. But I just know we can easily let change turn into like fear and self-doubt and all of that. And so I just don't want you guys to feel that way with this. These are great changes, and I think that longevity wise for our businesses and the company and all that, I think it's going to be really, really good. And just starting off on the right foot too. You guys can get some habits started now. The months after next month will just be easier and easier, and it'll be more fun too once we learn the different ranks and the volumes and all of that stuff. It'll be easier for you guys to kind of communicate that to the people that potentially could join your team. So yeah, that's all I got, Jackie.
Love it. I mean, I love the sticky note. I like wonder why I ever stopped doing it. It's a good reminder to get that back going. Does anybody have anything that stuck out that she said that made you have like an aha moment, or something you would want to add?
I like the 28 days idea. I'm going to do it and make it.
Yay.
I'm
Yay.
so far behind the start because I broke my collarbone, but I am starting February 1st. Watch out.
Oh, yay. That's good to hear. I hope you're healing fast.
I am. It doesn't work right, but it'll get there.
Oh, good to hear. Anybody else?
I mean, I think when, going back to the basic, like having a fresh start to me, and if you've been here for a while, you know this, and if you haven't been there for a while, it's important too, is sticking to the basics. Like there is such simplicity in this business. And I think from the very beginning, I've always said, well, it's only one product. And so that's so nice. And I know we've introduced a lot more products now, but you can still stick to just the basics of your business. And so I love the sticky note reminder too, because I was that person too. I had all these sticky notes up, and it really is encouraging to like actually see your goals and remove them. I mean, there's something just even statistically about that. And it's so encouraging. And so I love that reminder too. I'm going to get back to that, as well. So thanks for that, Ashton.
I think too, like, even say you're maybe like scared. I think, I don't know, maybe I'm just speaking for myself, but I am doubting myself a lot lately. I think because I have put some of those basics behind me, and I'm doing things that are not necessarily income producing. And so I get a little hesitant to put on my sticky notes, like sell 10 buy 3 get 1 frees, or enroll 2 people. And so maybe you're in the same boat that I am in, and you're a little hesitant to put those on your sticky note. What if instead of that, you put on your sticky notes the actions that will produce those results? So, like have 5 conversations about enrolling. So reach out to 5 people about the opportunity. So then you can have the gratification of, okay, I got myself out there. I can rip that sticky note off, because even though they didn't sign up with me, I did reach out to them, and it gives you a little bit of, gratification. Or like, get 5 samples out this week, or, whatever, but putting on your sticky notes the things that will get results eventually, if that makes sense.
And to piggyback off that, just something I just thought of too, because I used to get overwhelmed. I used to only do like a few, and the idea of doing 28 sticky notes could be super, super overwhelming. So you could make 5 different sticky notes, and each of those sticky notes say, reach out to someone. And so it could be, 5 single sticky notes, and then you just rip them. Or it could be, if your goal is to sell 5 buy 1 get 1 frees, we'll make 5 different sticky notes that say that. And then, because you don't have to necessarily go in order of your sticky notes, you can just go through and, okay, I sold buy 1 get 1. Even if it's like the very last one on your thing, you can peel it off. Like, it's not about order or.
Yeah.
And so anyways, that just came to my mind, because it can be 28's a lot. So, but you could,
Yeah. Yeah. And, maybe you're really good at sales. And so it'd be really easy to put 28 buy 3 get 1 frees on there. Maybe challenge yourself. If you're really good at sales, go towards the more team building stuff. If that's what you want to get better at, put that on your sticky note. And so then it might force you to go look up some trainings and figure out, how. Look, we've got so many amazing trainings. We've been in this company for 5 years. We are a team that is 5 years old. We are a company that's 5 years old that has a ton of resources out there. So I really hope that, every time we have a team call, I hope we can give you something it gives value as far as for your personal business. But then I hope more so that we just encourage you and inspire, because there are so many how-to videos out there. So, okay, before we get low on time, I'm going to just share a couple of things that I thought of to share with you guys as I was thinking about moving towards new ranks. And I think I've talked to a lot of you guys, and we're all like, we're starting over, like we're treating this as a start over. So me personally, what I'm going to do, and this is whether you have a team or you don't have a team underneath you. For those of you that do have at least one person underneath you, what I am going to do with my stylist is I'm going to be obnoxious this month. This month, people might get tired of me, but I'm going to, every time I see someone has rank advanced one rank, whether that's the very first rank or the second, third, every time that I see that they have advanced in a rank, because it's new titles, I am going to post not on my page, but like, you know how you can go post on someone's page, personal page. I'm going to go like make a graphic and post on their page, because I want them to see themselves, even if they're on, you know, technically they'll be like hitting 5 or 6 ranks next month. I still want them to see that they are starting from the bottom too. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be doing. You might see a lot of me this next month, because a lot of my stylists will be surpassing a lot of ranks, but I'm going to do that. And I think it just shows your downline that you're watching, you're noticing, and then it brings back that excitement. I mean, I don't know if you've been around since the beginning, or not even since the beginning, since 2020-ish, like how exciting it was at the end of the month when we were like so close to hitting certain ranks and we're all rallying together. Like I miss that so much. And I think we have that opportunity with this, with the new ranks. So if you don't have a downline, and maybe you don't have an upline that's super active and you don't talk to them, or maybe you just don't even know who your upline is, and you want somebody to shout you out and you just don't know where they would come from, reach out to me, or go in your, like on your profile in the VO and see who your next upline leader is that maybe you recognize their name. Reach out to them. I would love to shout anybody out that does not have someone doing it for them. So that's something that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to treat this new comp plan title changes very seriously, and I'm going to be posting a lot. So, let's see. I am going to, okay, a couple of things and these are kind of like off topic, I guess, but it's just some things that I was thinking about as I am talking with people about the opportunity. A couple of tips. When you have a hostess for any type of party, for a Facebook party, for what they call a non-party these days, which is that like scrolling website, for an in-home party, whatever, present the business opportunity to them before their party. We had a great incentive for joining this month. I think next month we have something as well. And it's going to be fun to have conversations with people because of what that incentive is. And so for February, make it a point to every hostess you have, present that opportunity before they sign up. Just say, hey, like, these are your friends. I would much rather you make commission off of them than me, because you're doing all the work, you're inviting, you're talking, what have you thought about signing up to be a stylist? So presenting that opportunity before your hostess has her party start. A couple of other things about talking about the business. Weekly business blessings. Okay, I got away from this and I'm getting back going, starting to post about it more. But getting past the fear of just what other people think, and I'm just going to do it. Weekly business blessing, if not once or twice a week. And I have a list, I still have it to this day, from like 4 years ago when I made a list of all the reasons I love Color Street, all the blessings that it brought into my life, little things, big things, maybe what some people would think are silly things, but anything. I mean, I think it was a list of like 20 things, and it can be like, you can keep growing it, but go down that list every single week, point to something, make the post about it, tally it off that you did it this week, and then go to the next task for the next week, and just keep going through those. Okay. So that you start to have things that you can say, like if somebody asks you, like, why do you love Color Street so much? Then you have a list of things to tell them. You're not going to word vomit your list, but you'll have something come to mind. Okay. So we've talked a lot about overcoming fear. We talked a lot about, a lot of us are just hesitant, nervous, intimidated. to get back going after such a hard season. It's really important that we pinpoint what those fears and hesitancies are and record them and overcome them ourselves. Because how are we going to help someone else that's interested in the business, but they do have hesitations? How are we going to be able to confidently help them if we ourselves are still struggling with that? So I think it's important for us to acknowledge it, figure out how to overcome it so that we can confidently talk to, potential that might have that same hesitation, which I think is a good thing that we struggle with that too, because we can easily sympathize with these people. We know we can understand where they're coming from. We can put ourselves in their shoes so that we can better help them see if this is the right fit for them. I really think that's it. The things that I wanted to chat about. Is there anything anybody else wants to say?
I would like to say something.
Hey, Julie.
Hi. Don't mind me. I was baking. Yes. One important thing I think that is, sorry, my heart is racing. Is that everybody learns differently. So I started one-on-ones every week with my stylist, and whether they want to do it or not, that's their decision. But I started asking them questions and to see like how they want to learn. So like that was interesting because I like to send voice messages and maybe they don't like that. So, they might like the actual chat. So if you find that some of your stylists are not responding, maybe that's why, so going into the new month, that's pretty cool. I don't know why I'm shaking. I'm doing my nails too, so I'm shaking and I had a lot of things I was going to say, but now I'm shutting down. I apologize.
We love you, Julie. I think that brings up a good point too for our customers, because sometimes I wonder, am I annoying them or whatever? And so I think that's even good to like ask your customers, once you connect with them, maybe you're on Facebook Messenger, say, hey, is this the best place to reach you by, or is texting better, or maybe email, or even just a phone call? So then then that gives them a chance to at least give their best like way to contact them. So then you're not bugging. I think that's a great point.
I love that idea too, because it gives you another reason why you can reach out to them. Like that's a truly genuine reason.
Yeah.
I was wondering if we could maybe do a post like in Flourish Dynasty or something of the reasons why we love Color Street. I think we've done it a long time ago, but those are always nice to like help generate, because sometimes you're just like, I love Color Street. Why?
Yeah.
And to remember, especially when you find the smaller things and you're like, oh yeah, I do love that for that reason. So I thought maybe that would be a good idea to help generate some of those ideas.
Yes, absolutely. Great point. We'll do that. Another thing I have a hard time with, because money is not the thing that drives me in this business. I mean, it's like a huge blessing, and that's not why I got started. And so sometimes I tend to do more business blessings of how it fulfilled me with like friendships and community. And so I forget to talk about the money, or I'm hesitant to talk about the money because I don't want people thinking it's all about the money. And so it's like, I have to go in and I have to try to make a list of things, like even if I'm not using my Color Street money for that it represents this to someone else. So I'll say, for my weekly paycheck, that paid for 2 private lessons of soccer for my kids. I'm trying to like be very specific of what it could cover, even though we're not using it to cover that, if that makes any sense at all. But yeah, getting very specific with the blessings. A lot of us will say, oh, it's the money's great. It's such a good side hustle to make some extra money. Well, like, where's that money going to? Because people want to visualize, how can that fit into my life? What would that look like for my life?
I'm nervous. I haven't been on these calls for like a year, I feel like.
Neither have
Um,
we.
I'm kind of excited. I feel like this is gonna sound bad that you guys like that are so amazing at the company are kind of excited to be starting over. Because I was full force into it all, and then like all my girls just decided to quit on me. Kind of out of the blue, and it was kind of like the same week all of them did. And so that kind of just got me to not quit. Obviously, I'm still here, but it wasn't no longer my focus. But for some reason, 2 weeks ago, I woke up and was like, I love this company. I always have. I didn't quit for a reason, and I'm bringing it back. It's been a slow process, but somehow I hit the 500 PV this month. And
Yay.
so I guess letting everyone know it is possible to bring back a dead business because mine was basically gone. So it is, I think this is exciting more so because we're all starting over again, kind of.
Mhm. Well, first of all, I want to say congratulations, because I've been witnessing your comeback, and I'm so proud of you. Yeah, the disclosure thing, the income disclosure. It's written out somewhere, right? Isn't it in the app where they like wrote it out for us and we just have to copy and paste?
I'm gonna copy and paste it over or something.
Yeah, maybe we could just, under that post that we make, that one of the comments can have the income disclosure in it. And it has to be in the post, right? It cannot be in the comment.
Yeah, they've been red slipping everybody.
Yeah.
Like if you're just now doing it, you have like 5 years because they're just only at like 2019 posts. Like in 4 or 5 years, they'll come after you. But
That's so true. But yeah, we have a
We
little.
can just do the link to the income disclosure, right? In the post part, we don't have to do the whole paragraph, correct?
I want to say, yeah, the link, but who knows? I'm not sure. Maybe we'll have to
We'll get
figure it out.
clarification on that.
just to make sure.
Yeah, we'll get clarification on that. To piggyback off of what Jessica said, like I'll just be honest. And here's the thing. Me and Ashton kind of laughed about it the other day, but like our paychecks have drastically gone down. So like no, I don't want to say we're losing. We have seen a change, just like you have seen a change.
Like a
And
pay cut. That sounds better. We've taken on a pay cut as well.
here we go. And so it is intimidating and hard for us to think about, getting back. I have a very small VIP group. I mean, there are some stylists out there, leaders out there who have incredible VIP groups and have phenomenal sales. And I've just never been that stylist with the high sales. So I still struggle every single month. I mean, my averages are about 500 to 700 over the past year-ish. I would like for it to be more on the 1,000 PV end, but so like we are in the trenches with you, and we will never, and that's why I love Color Street, because they have it set up to where we have to be working on our own personal business while you are working on your personal business. So we are in it absolutely together. We might have a little bit more experience, but just because we have the experience doesn't mean we apply it. So it's up to us to apply it as well. So just know that we're in the trenches with you. we're learning to overcome what happened the past year or so as well. And want to celebrate every small success. And what, even if that means we're just celebrating the fact that, you, like Jessica, lost all of her people, and, but yet she still woke up one day and was like, no, I love this business. I'm choosing this business. Like, I want to celebrate that with her because that's exciting.
You lose all kinds of people, huh?
I think I'll piggyback off of that too. I actually had a customer message me and was like, hey, let's do a self-care thing. And because I know you're all about self-care. And I think that's kind of why I always stay and I always fight, because no matter what, it's not even about me. It's about the customer, and I know that I'm sitting here, my husband's on the couch asleep, my son fell asleep on the floor. I cannot go to the salon right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my nails. So who can get that? I can't get that nowhere. So, I mean,
I love
I'm
it.
gonna fight. So I hope you guys having fun. I am.
I love you.
Well, the thing is too, is that you're going to come through seasons of discouragement. Like, it's just in life, period. You're going to go through seasons of discouragement. And something I read like so long ago, but it's so true, is like, you're not ever going to always stay motivated. There's just, it's like almost like motivated's like a fairy tale, but you can be determined. And I think it's determination is what keeps you in this business, because direct sales, every single one of them, even the ones that are ground floor, up and coming, they're just tough. They're different than any other business out there. I think it's different than when you go to like a job. And so I know you can get discouraged anywhere, but I truly think if you can stay determined in the business, it's going to change, the way you react to when you do feel discouraged in your business. And circling up with other people like this call tonight is so big, because it just makes you realize like you're not alone. And I think we've all said it a million times, like, community is key, and this consistency is key. Community is key in this business, because when you feel alone, that's when you can kind of bottle up and decide this is just not worth it, I'm quitting. But it is worth it if you can stay within the community.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it like speaks loudly too, like for a lot of you guys that have been here, shoot, I mean, if you're not new, like 30 days new, I mean, you're still here. So that is huge, and you can't discredit that. And if you're new, like 30 days fresh, like you're coming in at a great time, because we're coming out of one season and into a new one. Not just as a company, but like as a team and individually, and all of that. And like, again, change pushes people away. It can be a scary thing if you will, let it go to that place. And so I think us riding that wave of excitement and just new versus like uncertainty and fear, like that's huge. And so that's like one thing that like I've always loved about our big team is when somebody says let's rally, it's not just this small group, it's the entire team of us. And so this is like such a fun there's like 1 minute I see it, Jack, it's like counting down. It's just this is gonna be like such a fun time coming into this new comp plan season, and just revamping business and rebranding and all of that. So if you're still here, congratulations. And if you're new here, welcome, because it's gonna be fun. I think I'm excited for what's ahead.
I'm really excited. I like found myself smiling so big. I truly am so excited, because I think the ones that have been here and are still here, like, this is it. This is who, like, you're like the founding people of this team. And for the new ones, you're getting this wave of fresh fire. If you signed up, I feel like if you signed up like 2021, 2022, and you're still here, kudos, because you didn't have like the awesome wave of 2018 to 2020. But it's not to say it was bad. It just was it was a season. And then if you're signing up now, like it's the perfect time. I'm so excited. I could literally talk for all night long for the rest of the night. Everybody who spoke and said something, thank you all so much. I love hearing from you guys. Hopefully we can start doing these, once a week, or not once a week. Yeah, once a week, maybe 2-3 times a month. We'll try to figure out a consistent schedule, but we love you guys. Hope y'all have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.